Well, folks, we're not looking so good right now when it comes to SoFi in the very, very short term. The stock is down 2.6% right now, down 20 cents, and it's at $7.45 as it is about 11:45, almost noon right now on the East Coast. So I want to break down SoFi, do a quick rundown on what's going on here with the charts, kind of my thoughts, and later in the video, we'll break down the indexes and some other stocks that I'm looking at. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. The clock's ticking. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So check it out. Again, it's almost noon right now on the East Coast, and we have SoFi down almost 3% now, and it's back under the mid $7 range, I guess you can say. We hit $7.38 earlier today. Now we're at $7.45, and mind you, the markets are up across the board. Well, I guess the Russell's at break even, but we have the NASDAQ up 1%, S&P's up 0.8%, Dow's up 0.5%. The VIX is down 7%. We have the metals down as well, gold and silver, which we'll cover the markets more in another video, CPI, all that good stuff, right? We'll cover that in another video, but I want to focus on SoFi for this one. And again, some other stocks at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stick on throughout. So again, we're down about 3%. And do you guys remember in my video, my update yesterday, we covered this descending triangle? I didn't clear the drawing set on purpose so you guys can see this, right? This ended up playing out. This exactly, right? Which we covered this yesterday, how we were making lower highs all day yesterday into the support at about 760, and we actually held 760 in the pre-market today. But then, of course, we ran right through it. We opened up, completely collapsed, and we got down to 738. Then we rebounded. Notice this, guys. Let me clear the set now. We rebounded, and we actually got rejected at, you guessed it, $7.60. Crazy how that works, right? That is a huge spot here that, again, we held yesterday as support. We broke under it. It became resistance, and we failed to break out of it. So we hit 738, rallied up to about 760, boom, failed to break out. Now we're starting to sell off again and dump, and we're back down to $7.47, down, like I said, almost 3% on the day. And I think earlier we were down over 3%. At one point, we were down almost 4%. So, yeah, SoFi was going through it, guys, earlier in the day. Still not looking good by any means. And, again, we're making these lower highs. It's pretty clear at this point on the intraday chart. You guys can see it on the 5-day chart as well, and now we're actually starting to fall back under the moving averages on this time frame. We have a death cross as well, although we are still technically above the lows from, about a week ago where we held 705, 710, 720, which is good. But the closer we get to that low $7 range, or $7 level, man, the more nervous I get, considering how big of a spot that is on the longer time frames on SoFi, which you guys know already. We've covered it before. I mean, look, we held 720 back in the middle of January, obviously a couple of days ago as well, back in February as well. So that's a big spot. If we do break that on SoFi, guys, we could be slipping arguably down towards the low mid sixes where we were back in November. Then if that were to break, man, it could be getting even worse. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer or, be like, oh, I'm a bear on SoFi or I'm a short seller. The reality is I'm long, but I'm just looking at it as it is, right? That's how we break it down here on the channel. And you could also make an argument, honestly, that we have an overarching descending triangle on SoFi, which is why over the past month, past couple of weeks for sure, I've been saying it's so important for us to break out of $9, $9.50, and we just couldn't do it, guys. At least this go around. I'm not throwing the towel in, obviously, by any means. I'm obviously looking to buy more SoFi. Like I said, I'm long. You guys know that. But we might have a little bit more red in the short term by the looks of it, before we do start chopping back up there. That's if we break under 720, which we're right at that spot. This makes me a bit nervous, like I said, guys. So we'll see, man. We'll see how it plays out. Ultimately, ideally for the Bulls, we got to get back over 950, $10 preferably. And, from there, I think this thing could fly. It might take a couple months. It might take another earnings report or two for the stock to realize, oh, wait, oh, crap, this is legit. The guidance that they issued is legitimate, right? Maybe they beat guidance. They do even better. That would be an even better case for the stock, right? So a lot of the time, guys, patience is key, right? Not every day is going to be a crazy day where we're going to fly up 20% or make a big move. This could chop around for a month or two for all we know before it ends up ultimately picking direction. So what do you guys think about SoFi? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And now before we dive into these individual stocks, these other ones that I want to break down, don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Listen, guys, once you open up your account using that link down below or by going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo and you fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks. And listen to this, if you fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And you also get a bunch of other perks by using that link down below, guys. So it's an absolute no-brainer. Get your stocks from Moomoo at stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, or again, use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's continue on here and break down some other stocks that are doing fairly well right now. Nvidia being one of them, which, I mean, is anything new at this point? This stock ended up dipping down under 800, or not under 800, under 900, excuse me. It got to the mid 800s, I believe, right? Let me pull this 5-day chart up. Yep, we got down 850, right? And now we're rallying like no other. So we ended up selling off a little bit in anticipation of CPI. We consolidated for what? A day and a half. And now we're starting to break back out on Nvidia. And you guys can see it here on the 4-hour chart, right? We popped right off that 50 moving average. So Nvidia's ripping. JD continues to move post earnings, which makes me realize, is this move now legitimate? Are the Bulls back from the dead? Because look, JD, guys, this stock has not done much of anything, obviously. It's gone down, for Pete's sake, which is not good for the Bulls in the short term. And every time they rally, I'm always asking myself, and by the way, I'm not in JD, I just watch the stock. But every time they rally, I'm like, all right, is this just a little relief rally, a bull trap? What is this, right? And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, are we going to continue the rally, maybe break above $30 and start going even higher from there? Or are we going to start selling off yet again? And we'll see. We're getting to that point where it's the moment of truth for JD here at about 28 to $30. That's a big resistance. The Bulls are going to need a lot to get through that point. So JD's moving. It looks like Celsius is continuing to move. What else is new here for Celsius? So we pulled back a little bit from 91 to about 81, 82. We bounced. Now we're pushing $90 again on Celsius, which again, what else is new? That might be going towards $100 by the looks of it. Let me do a couple other ones here, guys, before we do wrap up the video. CrowdStrike is another one. What else is new, right? Which we are starting to get a bit of a recovery on. And we covered this, I believe, over the weekend. Let me know in the comments if you guys saw that video. We hit 380 post earnings, then we pulled back and we covered it in the, I believe, oversold stocks video. We talked about it at about 315, 320, and now we're up 5% on the day. We're up over $15. We're starting to bounce there on CrowdStrike, which this looks good potentially as a continuation play. So yeah, let's do one more, then we'll wrap the video up. Looks like Amazon is it's trying to at least break back to 180. It looks like we're consolidating, or we have been above 170, which was resistance a couple of weeks ago. So we held that as support now for the past week, 2 weeks, right? Now we're trying to bounce off of it. So if Amazon can make that shot to 180 and maybe break 180, this could finally be, maybe making that move to $200 per share. Not guaranteed, not financial advice. Do your own research. Maybe all-time highs, though, could be right around the corner for Amazon. Full disclosure, I am long Amazon, and I'm actually an owner, have been for about a year now. I bought under $100 per share. I'm an owner in the 90s, guys, and this stock has been treating me very well. Let's just say that. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.